For a lot of children, all these changes in the world have been pretty difficult. It's a lot to take in for a child. This can sometimes lead to some serious meltdowns. That's why we're doing this video series. We want to help. Hello, I'm Samantha from Learning Success. This video is part of a series to help you, the parent, reduce or prevent the stress on children that causes meltdowns, and also help you deal with them better when they do occur. In this series, you'll get help from a variety of experts on the subject. In today's video, we have Dr. Thiessen. Dr. Thiessen, a licensed clinical psychologist, specializes in the psychology of music and considers music an invaluable tool in the prevention and treatment of psychological disorders. Dr. Thiessen is a regularly published freelance writer. His article, Shredding the Stagnant Slough Syndrome, Interdisciplinary Integration, was published in the Creativity Research Journal, 1998, Volume 11, Number 1, 47 through 53. Let's see what Dr. Thiessen has to say about preventing meltdowns.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce L. Thiessen. I also am known by my initials, Dr. BLT, and I'm here to talk about positive coping skills that you can model for your children. I'm here to talk about children and anxiety, and particularly the types of anxiety that children experience when we're going through hard times like right now with the COVID-19 crisis. So I've worked with some parents that have been pretty ineffective to start out with. That's where this song came from, Through the Eyes of a Child. He remembers his younger days. He remembers from the scars on his face. Life is often painful through the eyes of a child. She remembers the long, lonely nights. She remembers how her parents would fight. Life is often painful through the eyes of a child. Through the eyes of a child. Through the eyes of a child. I see a teardrop where there should be a smile. Looking through the eyes of a child. So the key to helping your child get through this stressful time is to try to look through the child's eyes. And we can all do that by reflecting back on when we were children. Now, the example I gave in this song has to do with a parent or parents that were really ineffective. And most of you are probably much better. You've developed better parenting skills than the parents that inspired that particular song. But I'm here to help you develop even more effective parenting skills as it pertains to your child and his or her experience with anxiety in these stressful times. So what can a parent do to help their children sort of power through stressful situations such as those related to COVID-19? Well, one thing you can do is to model positive mental health habits. So I'm going to ask you something right now. Are you a negativity magnet? Are you drawn towards bad news, like a person driving by on a freeway that slows down to watch the accident and the results of an accident? Do you go to your phone every morning and scan the headlines looking for bad news? You'll find plenty of it, because right now it seems that the media is dominated by negative stories such as how many people are dying and what new signs and symptoms have been revealed from this terrible disease. Now, I'm not asking you to stick your head in the sand, but it's important for you to model a positive approach to problem solving, where you approach problems not as problems, but as challenges to be overcome. And it's important to plant that seed of hope inside of your heart. So the alternative to being a negativity magnet is to be a silver lining seeker. A silver lining seeker does not focus on all the bad things that could happen or the worst case scenarios. The silver lining seeker looks for what can I do as a parent to solve this? And what can you do as a child to power through this stressful situation? There are strategies you can adopt There are coping activities that you can participate in. I talk with my patients a lot about constant catharsis. Catharsis involves letting out that which is trapped inside, all those bottled up feelings, getting them out in the open. One of the ways to do that is to talk to somebody that you trust. Are you the kind of parent that your children can talk to? Are you approachable? In order to be approachable, you have to be non-judgmental, and you need to be affirming. You need to be supportive, and you need to validate the emotions that your children convey. You also need to be a good communicator of your own feelings. Instead of blaming or shaming your child, you need to say, look, I get very frustrated when such and such happens, rather than saying, you make me mad. So in doing that, you are modeling effective communication. Children tune in to their parents, and some children absorb parental anxiety. So if you're not managing it well, your children could be absorbing your anxiety. And that could be displayed in a lot of different problematic behaviors that could end up pushing your buttons. So validate your children, reassure them, and they need to have a sense of confidence if they're going to meet stressful situations and be overcomers in the midst of those situations. It's very empowering when you reassure a child. If a child is afraid that grandma's going to catch the disease, you don't have to deny the power of the disease, but you focus on what can we all do as a family to protect grandma from catching this virus. Well, right now we can't visit her, but we want to show her that we support her. So maybe we could send her cards, maybe we could call her, maybe we could engage in some FaceTime with her. But we can be part of the solution just by not hanging around grandma and spreading our germs to her. You see? So that's one way of reassuring a child, but also reassurance can come about by confidence building. So you could remind your child of past experiences or difficult situations that the child has had to go through, and remind them of what they did to get themselves through that situation. Those reminders will build confidence within the child. And finally, are you overcome by your problems? Do you let your problems pile up on you until you can no longer function adequately? Or do you empower yourself with hopeful thoughts? I wrote a song a while back called You Will Dance Again. I want to share some of it with you because I want to encourage you to remind your child that no matter what difficult situations they may be going through, they will rise up from it and they will dance again. You will dance again. Though you feel this is the end, you will dance again. You will soon rise up. Though it feels that you are stuck, dance again. Right now, you feel the sting of sorrow. The heartache is waiting round the bend. Now it has you in its grasp, but that will change, my friend. Dance again. Yeah, you will dance again, and you can help your child discover within themselves a way to rise up, to dance again, to overcome anything that comes their way. Well, I hope these thoughts that I've shared with you have been helpful. Stay strong, stay safe. I'm Dr. BLT.
Thank you, Dr. Thiessen. Being the model of positivism will surely help kids overcome stress, and parents should be on the front line into this. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to share it on social media. Use the hashtag #NoMoreMeltdowns. And remember, you've got this. The fact that you are here watching this video means you're an amazing parent. And that's a wonderful thing to be.
You will soon rise up, though it feels that you are stuck. You will dance again.